ABC is as easy as 1, 2, 3.
YugiBOOM!
Even though terraforming got hit to 1, kind of sucks because you want to see your Union Hanger as soon as possible, especially with ABCs, just to help start the plays. I still updated this ABC deck profile, combined it with Cyber Dragon, so it's an update of our previous video. And yeah, let's get right into it. So for the main deck, I run 3 copies of all the pieces. So I run 1, 2, 3 Assault Cores, 1, 2, 3 Drakes, and 3 Crush Wyverns. I do see some deck profiles I just run 2 of each, but I like running 3 of each just because, like I said, you want to see one, and if you have a Union Hanger, you can at least start equipping and stuff, and then start filling the graveyard or whatever. So yeah, so run 3 of everything. Alright, so now onto the Cyber Dragons. I just run the 3 core and the 3 Cyber Dragons. So 3 core because with this deck everything's light machine, so if you can get the Cyber Repair Plan from your deck to your hand, you can basically search anything. As long as you have a Cyber Dragon graveyard, you can kind of search any other monster in the deck. And then in tandem with that, run 3 Cyber Dragons. Like I said, if you have the core in your graveyard, you can banish it, summon this straight from your deck, or it's, you know, a free summon if your opponent has a monster on the field and you don't. So why not? Cyber Dragon 2100s, pretty beefy. And then obviously to go in tandem with the Cyber Dragons, we're gonna run 3 Galaxy Soldiers. So good just to summon this guy for free. Even if you have to sometimes go into or summon a second one, even though you don't get the second search effect, still good because if you get Infinity out, Infinity can be a really annoying monster to get around. So you want to see Galaxy Soldier as soon as possible. And like I said, it's a lot easier when you have the Cyber Repair Plan because you can search it to your deck, from your deck to your hand. And now for some other cards that we're running in the deck. We run 1 Support Armor, 1 Electromagnetic Turtle. So armor is just there for to summon back your ABC pieces, and you go into a link and you can get their effects off again. And it's just an easy, like I said, just an easy link to go into. And then for the Magnetic Turtle, it's a good target for just to dump, and then, you know, sometimes your opponent might forget about it and you activate its effect, and hopefully you won't die that turn, you know. So I still like running the deck just for extra protection. And for our last monster, just 2 hand traps, 2 Ash Blossom and Joyous Spring. Sometimes, probably in the last video, I don't think I had any hand traps, but in this version I had a little bit extra space, so I just had 2 Ash Blossom, just because sometimes if you do have, because I would say you would want to go second this deck because you do need that extra draw, and if you have Ash in your hand and your opponent's going off, if you Ash your opponent in a certain key part of their play, I think it can be really clutch. So, you know, why not? And now on to the spells. So we're obviously going to run 3 Union Hanger. You want to see this as soon as possible. Like I said, it sucks that terraforming is at 1. But once you get this, you can kind of start getting your plays off, unless, of course, your opponent ashes this or Ghost Orgers it. But if you're able to resolve it, it's pretty good. So, got to run the 3 Union Hanger. And for the search card in the deck, and the fact that you can actually add it to your hand, for Cyber Dragon Core is 3 Cyber Repair Plant. Like I said, as long as you have a Cyber Dragon in your graveyard, it's a good search card. You can search basically, like I said, any monster in your deck. So who wouldn't want that? Alright, and for the next card, we run 2 Machine Duplications. So I still run this card, even though your only target's the core, but just to get 2 Cyber Dragons out directly from the deck, why not? You get an easy Infinity. And if you have a Galaxy Soldier in your hand with a light monster, you can at least get a Seeger out with an Infinity, so why not? So it's still there, just to give a little extra oomph to the deck. And then for the other spell I'm running 2 Super Polymerizations. So this is just in case, like maybe if you're attacking, I still run the Cyber Twin Dragon in the deck, so you can use it as a way to kind of like OTK, I guess you could say, because if you're just attacking with like 2 regular Cyber Dragons or something, you can then use this, summon out the Twin Dragon, attack again. Another card I'm running in the extra deck is Panzer Dragon, so it takes a machine and a dragon. So this is more for interruption, to stop your opponent, especially if you're playing like some kind of guard dragon build. You can use it as a disruption, so that's why it's in the deck. And for the 1-ups, we run 1 Terraforming, 1 Foolish Burial, 1 Monster Reborn, 1 Burial, and a Dark Hole. Dark Hole can easily be replaced for Regeki, or like some kind of extender, maybe like a Succession or something like that. Just to get like, because usually you won't have your, you don't have a lot of monsters at a point like this, but at least 1 down. And that's kind of what you need, because it's just more like sitting on a couple monsters and things like that, not naturally like a full board. So you can switch it out if you like. 1 Burial, just in case you need to get your pieces back or something like that. Monster Reborn, like I said, to extend or summon back something cool. And yeah. And then for the last spells, we run 1 Overload Fusion and 1 Power Bond. These are your fusion spells to summon something crazy to win. So like Power Bond, if you're able to OTK your opponent, you can. I don't run the Cyber End, but I run the Cyber Twin, so you can use that for game. And Overload Fusion is more there for the Rampage Dragon, just to like maybe pop some spells and traps and get some extra attacks maybe. So it's just there, just in case. And the last card I run in the deck, which is a little, I like to say cheese, is a Double or Nothing. So I do run the Utopia Double and the Utopia in the extra deck in this card. I feel a little bad running it because I don't like winning that way, but why not? Who doesn't like to win? So that's why it's in the deck. Just because you can, and with all ABC pieces being level 4, you can run it. So that's why it's in there. And now onto the extra deck. Obviously, since we're running all 3 pieces, we're gonna play 3 Dragon Buster because this card is busted. Discard a card, banish a card from your opponent, and then it can still tag itself out. Why not? So yeah, 3 is kind of, for me, I think self-explanatory for this deck, because he's an annoying monster to get around. Now for the other fusions, 1 Mega Fleet Dragon, just in case if you need to get around something. Mega Fleet's there. I think in the last profile I didn't have him in here, but now he's in here because you kind of need it, because sometimes it's hard to get around certain monsters, so Mega Fleet is pretty good. And like I said, that 1 Panzer Dragon, just to use for the interruption with Super Poly. 1 Rampage Dragon. This is kind of like your only spell and trap removal, besides maybe Dragon Buster. But he's good. I think you can use him to overlay if need be. And then 1 Cyber Twin Dragon, just because if you can Power Bond or use like Super Poly if you have like 2 Cyber Dragons out. Why not? And now on to the links. I play 1 Hit Potion again, just because everything's light in the deck, and to give a little extra oomph. Why not, you know? And then 1 Genius, because everything is machine. And then maybe like if you have like a Union hanging out, you can use Genius Effect to like negate both their effects, just so you can negate something. Especially if you already use the Hanger Effect with the ABC pieces. Why not? And then 1 Cyber Dragon Seeker. I don't know why I didn't have this card in the last profile, but now I'm running this profile and it's coming pretty good. So definitely a suggestion to run. Obviously in any pure Cyber Dragon deck you run, I would say run multiples of this card, but this deck works pretty well. And now to the Exceeds. So I run 2 Nova and 1 Infinity. I only run 1 Infinity because you just kind of go into it once. The reason I only have 2 Nova is because you could still at least, maybe if you can't go into Infinity, you can at least go into Nova twice. But yeah, just 1 Infinity is cool. So you could take something out from the extra deck, maybe like one of the fusions, like Cyber Twin Dragon. So you have the extra Infinity. But like this has been working out so far. And then for the last 2, because like I said, we run the Utopia monsters. 1 double, 1 Utopia. 1 Utopia double and 1 regular Utopia. If you can get the effect off, why not? And like I said, who doesn't like to win? But yeah, that's it for the deck profile, you guys. Let me know what you think about it down in the comments down below. Check out our social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Let us know if you maybe want to see this deck profile duel against any other of the deck profiles we've done before. Make sure you check out our new sponsorship affiliate link to TCD Player. If you ever feel like building this deck or any of the other deck profiles we have made on this channel, you can go ahead and buy the cards straight through that link. And thanks for watching, and have a good one.